Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pikmin over here back with the full card breakdown for PFL. Normally, I make the prediction videos earlier in the week, but this week I've been busy. I wasn't feeling too good early in the week, but I'm back 200%. I feel great now, and we're here back breaking down this full card for PFL 7 2024 playoffs. I'm excited for this card. I think there's some good fights in this card. There's some good matchups. So you got Denis Goltsov taking on Tim Johnson. Both guys coming off a first round TKO win, and they're gonna see. It's gonna be a good fight. I mean, both guys have a lot of power on the feet. They're both finishers at heavyweight. I mean, they're not really gonna be shooting takedowns. If anyone's gonna shoot takedowns, it's probably gonna be Ghostlove. But I think it's probably gonna be a striking matchup. We're gonna see a finish in that one. We got Dakota Ditcheva taking on Jena Bishop. I honestly don't know why Dakota Ditcheva's not fighting Taila Santos. I mean, that's probably going to be the next fight. If Ditcheva wins and Santos wins this Friday, tomorrow, I mean, they're probably gonna have to fight each other, and that's what I'm hoping for. They gotta fight each other, right? They have to fight each other now, because that's the only fight that makes sense. But yeah, we got Oleg Popov taking on Linton. Linton Vassell coming off that second win over Valentin Moldavsky. Some people think that Moldavsky should have won. It was a pretty close matchup. I mean, I'm not too disappointed that they gave it to Linton Vassell, because he was the only one landing damage in that fight. We also got Taila Santos taking on Liz Carmouche. Liz Carmouche coming up that crazy Hail Mary submission win in the last 10 seconds of her last fight against Watanabe. And if she didn't get that submission, she was not going to be here. I think she's on a huge win streak. I mean, her win streak is crazy. I mean, holy shit. She's like 41 years old, right? She's like 40 years old on like a huge win streak right now. She got 9 wins in a row. That's insane for her to be 40 years old. I mean, just goes to show it. Age doesn't matter much in women's MMA. We also got Tyrell Fortune taking on Sergey Bilostenniy. I can't say that name, but I mean, it's a pretty difficult name to pronounce. I mean, so let's go over the first fight, guys. First fight on the card is going to be Kevin Pease taking on Meck. I think both these guys fight really similar. I do think Kevin Pease is striking just a little bit cleaner. He throws more jabs out there. He's going to be popping the jab out there. Then he's going to be shooting a takedown right behind it. I am going to pick Kevin Pease here. I was looking for a reason to pick Meck, and he maybe can get some takedowns and bank the first 2 rounds. I mean, but the cardio is why I can't pick him here. I'm worried about the cardio. He's a pretty big underdog. The lines are definitely crazy for Kevin Pease here, like 3-1, minus 350 right now for Kevin Pease. Definitely insane. But I am gonna go with Kevin. I think Kevin Pease is gonna get this one done. He's gonna be able to out cardio Meck. I don't know if Meck's gonna be able to get the submission early like he normally is. He's out there submitting these guys early. I just think that this is going to be a tough opponent for him to get a submission over. If he gets a submission, he can win. I mean, he's definitely got some pretty good wrestling. The guy's pretty strong for the weight class. But I'm going to go with Kevin Pease, the guy who's got the better cardio, better overall, fought the better competition, I think, in Cage for UFC. I'm going to go with Kevin Pease to get it done by maybe a late submission, but I think it's probably going to go the distance. I mean, Meck is pretty tough. I've seen him get like almost like not almost get finished, but his body language doesn't look good in the later rounds. I mean, I watched some tape on him, and the body language is not a good sign. He's eventually one of these days he's gonna get TKO'd via 3rd round when he's really tired. I'm gonna go with Kevin Pease to maybe get a late finish, or maybe just win by decision. That's gonna be my pick, and the odds, I mean, minus 350, definitely crazy for Kevin Pease. The over 2.5 is minus 110, under 2.5 minus 120. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. Both these guys are pretty unproven. We don't really know much about them. They're both making their PFL debut here, so let's see how it goes. I mean, we're gonna find out a lot about both these guys, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch, see how these guys, what level they're really on. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kevin Pease, the guy who's got the better gas tank. Maybe a late finisher by decision. Next fight on the card is we got Jaleel Willis taking on Anthony Ivy. Jaleel Willis, man, obviously, like, we can give him a break for losing these fights to Cedric Doumbé. I mean, he was actually landing some good strikes early in that round, and I think he, like, kind of hurt Cedric Doumbé. I wouldn't really say he was, like, close to finishing him or anything, but he did kind of rock him. And then, obviously, Doumbé knocked him out after pretty viciously, so he's coming off 2 back-to-back KO losses. And he did take that Rodriguez Duambe fight on short notice. I think Duambe was supposed to be fighting someone else on that card, if I'm not mistaken. He was supposed to fight Derek Anderson, yeah. So he took that fight on short notice. Obviously got KO'd, which is not a good look. He probably should have just waited to fight someone like Ivy. His striking is pretty good. Durability is questionable. Ivy's mostly known as a grappler. He's gonna be looking to take this to the mat and get a submission over him. And I like the momentum for Ivy, man. I mean, he's going to be fighting a guy like Jaleel Willis, who's coming off 2 back-to-back TKO losses, been finished in 4 of his last 5 fights. That's never a good sign. Durability is highly questionable. And he got subbed in the first one by Sabah Hamasi, which is also not a good sign. I'm going to go Ivy here. I'm going to go with underdog Anthony Ivy here to get a late second on submission. I think he can maybe get this to the mat later in the later half of this fight. It's not going to be easy because Jaleel Willis, sometimes his takedown defense looks really good. Like that Kyle Kretschmer fight. He just outstrike Kyle Kretschmer and was able to defend most of his takedowns. And he just outstrike him on the feet and just out-damaged him. I mean, landed more damage in that fight, outstruck him. And he won that decision, right? I think it was 30-27. So if he defends Anthony Ivy's takedowns, maybe he can get this one done. Odds definitely make it seem like he's got this. The odd makers are definitely with the Jaleel Willis here, but I'm gonna go Ivy here. I think Ivy can pull off a submission or like a TKO. Maybe he's got some power on the feet too. But obviously, these are fights that he's got wins over. These fighters that he's got wins over, not really high level, like PFL level. I mean, but he's still out there like finishing these guys in the first round. Most of these fights are like first round finishes. I mean, he's got some late third round finishes. Has a split decision with Vassell Hafiz. I mean, Vassell Hafiz is pretty good. He's fighting in the UFC now. Yeah, I think he can get this one done. Anthony Ivy for the win by a late second on submission. The odds for this one is Anthony Ivy coming in at plus 145. Anthony Ivy by submission plus 300. If you want to bet on him, just take the money line. I think you can get this one done. Fight doesn't go the distance, minus 160. It's probably not gonna go the distance. They're both have some durability issues out there, so it's probably not gonna go the distance. I'm gonna go Ivy to get it done by submission. Next fight on the card, we got Sergio Cossio taking on Derek Sanders. Give me Sergio Cossio here, but I think he's mostly known as a grappler, but strike can look a lot better. In that Anthony Romero fight, he was a big underdog. I think it was like plus 500, plus 600 underdog. I stayed away from betting that fight because I was like, no way I'm betting Romero at like minus 600, whatever the number was. I think it was even crazier than that. I think it was like a plus 600 underdog there. Yeah, he was like plus, no, he was like plus, I think the number was actually crazy. I think it was like plus 600, plus 500. And I think Romero was like minus 600, minus 700. It was like definitely insane. And Murrow, I think he won the first round, then Cossio won the second, third round. It was like 28-28. He was actually outstriking him. He really didn't need the takedowns in that fight, so which is impressive. I like that he's got a pretty well-rounded game. And I think he's going to be able to keep his standing, mix and takedowns here. I think he's going to be able to work Derek Sanders. Sanders is pretty tough. He's definitely got some power. He's definitely striking's not terrible. But yeah, I think Cossio is going to be able to get this one done, man. I like Cossio. I think Cossio's got this. He's going to have to be careful because obviously Sanders does have some knockout power, but I think Cossio's got this, and the bag is pretty tough. His chin's okay. And he's been finished like back in 2015. He's been finished a bunch of times, but since then, I mean, he's not really. His last time that he's finished was back in 2017. So he hasn't been finished in 2017. So I think he's definitely worked on his full game. I think he's gonna get this one on. Maybe a late submission. I could see a late third round submission. I mean, Sanders does have some. I wouldn't really say durability issues, but he has been finished before. 3 out of his 4 losses are by finish. So I'm gonna go Cossio. I think Cossio can get this one done by like maybe submission. I'll go by submission. I think he can get this one done by like a late second, third round submission. Cossio, let's see what the number line is for Cossio. Minus 258 for Cossio. Not horrible, to be honest. Cossio by submission. Plus 175. I could see him getting a submission here. Fight doesn't go the distance. Minus 190. I think that's pretty solid. I think I'll see a lot of finishes on this card. Next fight on the card, we got Cody Law taking on Zachary Hicks. This is an easy matchup for Cody Law. I don't really need to say much. I think his defense is gonna be good enough. His striking is a lot better than Zachary Hicks. And Zachary Hicks is not really PFL level, to be honest. He does have some wins in Aries FS, which is not even Aries FC. I mean, it's like he's fighting some complete bums out there, and I don't really rate those wins all that much. He's 35 years old. The making is second. He's trying to get a second fight in PFL. And I think this is a bad matchup. Cody Law's takedown defense is going to be okay, and I don't really see him getting outworked by Zachary Hicks. I like Cody Law here. I think striking is going to be a lot better. His volume is going to be there. I think Cody Law's got this, man. I'm gonna say Cody Law gets done by like submission. I could see a submission or like a TKO. I'll go by TKO. I think he can get this one by TKO or submission. I think he's gonna finish this guy, man. Let's see what the odds are. I mean, odds for La minus 900. Is it crazy? I mean, kinda. Maybe should be like minus 600, minus 500. Cody La by inside of this is minus 170. I think he's gonna get a finish here. I think I see him getting a finish here. Next fight on the card, we got Alexei Pergande taking on Daniel Boehle. This is going to be easy match. Another easy fight to make a pick on. Alexei is going to get this one done by first round KO. It's going to be easy peasy KO. And his striking is a lot better, man. Trains at Cliff FC. And I watched some tape on this guy. This guy's legit. Speed's definitely there. His grappling is there. He can like hurt you on the feet and then get a submission over you. He's pretty quick on the ground. And he's got head kicks. I mean, he's got a lot of weapons on the feet. And I don't think Daniel Boehle's jiu-jitsu game is going to work here. I think this is the odds. Their odds make sense. I think the odds definitely make sense here, even though he's only 4-0. But I think the fact that he's training over there at Kilcliff FC with guys like Impact Kasanga and those guys like Gilbert Burns and those guys over there, even guys like RoboCop and all those guys train at Kilcliff FC, and he's training with a lot way better guys. I mean, he's gonna get a first round finish here. I think it's gonna be first round KO, TKO. Under 1.5, they don't have the props off for this one. I would take a finish for him. I think the finish is probably like minus 100. But yeah, I think Pergande minus 2,000. I mean, the odds definitely wide. I mean, but I think it makes sense. Under 1.5 minus 180. I think it goes under 1.5 rounds. Under 1.5 minus 180. I think it goes under. I think that's a good parlay piece. If your book has under 2.5 rounds, I think that's even better. So safer to go under 2.5 rounds, but it's gonna be under 1.5 round. I think. I have a pretty good feeling about this one. Next fight on the card, we got Tyrell Fortune taking on Sergey Bilostenniy. This is a rematch. They're running it back, and obviously, like Sergey was close to finishing him in that first fight. I mean, I guess he landed some illegal elbows, punches to the back of the head. He was trying to finish him, and they called it a DQ. I'm gonna go Sergey. I think Sergey's way better striker, and I think his takedown defense is just okay. Tyrell Fortune, I mean, maybe you can make some takedowns. He was getting pieced up by Marcelo Gomes early, and that's not really a good sign, man. Marcelo Gomes only has cardio for like 4 minutes, and once that 4 minutes goes by, I mean, he's pretty much a sitting duck. You can just take him down. He's still like Fortune wasn't able to finish him, which is not a good sign. I think Sergey should be solid here, man. He fought a guy who's really fucking tough, like Blagoy Ivanov, who's just you can't get out of there. Blagoy Ivanov just one of those guys that has crazy durability, and just can't get that guy out of there, no matter how hard you try. And he dealt with him pretty well, man. He got that win over he beat Blagoy Ivanov by 28-28. I mean, Blagoy Ivanov is not really the best fighter, but he's a UFC level fighter. I mean, he's been in UFC for a minute, and now he's fighting in PFL. Blagoy Ivanov just pressures you forward. I mean, just walks you down. I mean, with takes everything you throw at him. He's really tough. And even though Sergey was looking tired in the late second round, he got a second win in the third round. He came back, won the third round, and I like him. I bet him on him. Bet on him in that Blagoy Ivanov fight, and he got the job done. And I think he's gonna get the job done here by first round KO. I'm gonna say Sergey gets it done by first round KO. I think this is actually an easy matchup for him. Fortune's got some wrestling. Maybe you can mix in some takedowns, but if he doesn't, he's not really much of a finisher on the ground. If you can't get a finish out there, like how's he gonna get it done? Sergey minus 185, I think it's solid. Fight doesn't go the distance, minus 325. I think it's probably not gonna go the distance. Sergey by KO minus 115. I like the money line as a parlay piece. I think that's not terrible. Sergey money line as a parlay piece is not horrible. I think. Next fight on the card, we got Taila Santos taking on Liz Carmouche, and man, I'm really tempted to go with Liz Carmouche here. I'm really tempted. The reason I'm not gonna do it is because I've seen her get taken on way too easy by Kana Watanabe. And she didn't get the submission. She was gonna lose that fight to Watanabe, but she got that late Hail Mary submission armbar. I mean, it was like 10 seconds to go, and I'm happy she did. I mean, I had two parlays on that card. And I was still gonna profit if Liz Carmouche didn't win, but the fact he won and cast my other parlay, and we cast both parlays on that card were like that was like a month ago. I mean, not even like a month and a half ago now. Yeah, Liz Carmouche, I mean, she's 40 years old. I mean, she's on a 95 win streak. I mean, like, so I don't blame anyone going Liz Carmouche here. She's definitely gonna be live for a submission, but she's gonna submit Taila Santos. Taila Santos is tough, man. She's really physical. She's in her prime right now, 31 years old. Her cardio is like what I'm worried about. Is Liz Carmouche gonna be able to just clinch her? I mean, just take her down, just ragdoll her. I don't know if I see it happening. Santos, I think she's last couple of fights in UFC. I mean, she was close to beating Valentina Shevchenko. I mean, she was taking on Valentina Shevchenko, landing some good strikes on the feet, mixing in a lot of takedowns. I think she got like 4 or 5 takedowns over Valentina Shevchenko. She lost to her in Blanchfield where she just gassed out. So she might gas out here. I could see that happening. She did have some scary moments in that Gina Bissell fight. I think she clearly should have won that fight 28-20. I don't know how that was a split decision. That's why I'm probably gonna stay away from this fight. I think the over 2.5 is pretty safe. Cause Liz Carmouche, and one thing I'll say about Liz Carmouche, she's really fucking tough. Like she's not easy to just finish out there. She's 40 years old. I mean, she's beating a lot of these girls. Like, but yeah, I'm gonna go. She's her last loss was to Valentina Shevchenko back in 2019. But I am gonna go with Taila Santos. I think the physicality is gonna play a factor. Also, she's a lot younger. She's gonna be more willing to mix in her own takedowns control. But maybe Liz Carmouche can get out a late submission. I mean, maybe. But I'm gonna go with Taila Santos here to get it done by decision. I think it's gonna go the distance. The odds for this one, I mean, Taila Santos is a minus 330. I mean, the line is definitely crazy. I think she should be like minus 180, minus 180. So if you do like Liz Carmouche, like I don't even hate, like I wouldn't hate a play on Liz Carmouche at this line. The over 2.5 minus 325. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. I don't think Taila Santos is finishing here. The Carmouche is really tough, even though she's 40 years old. She's really tough. I think it goes the distance. Fight goes the distance is pretty safe. I think minus 300. I'm not gonna parlay Taila Santos here. I don't really feel too confident about her because of her casting. If her casting was better, striking's gonna be a lot better than Liz Carmouche. I mean, she's definitely got the power on the feet, but just the cardio is an issue. Next fight on the card, we got Oleg Popov taking on Linton Vassell. Oh man, Linton Vassell just found a way to win that fight with Valentin Moldavsky. I'm happy I stayed away from betting on that fight because I had a feeling that Moldavsky's game is not really fully complete. He was actually taking down Linton Vassell, but then Linton Vassell landed that crazy knee as Moldavsky was going for a takedown in the second round. I was live during that card. It was a pretty horrible fight. I mean, there wasn't a lot of action on that fight. And then he got I think got like a takedown on Moldavsky in the third round. He was able to control Moldavsky a bit in the third round. Moldavsky was tired. I don't think Popov is gonna have the same issue here. I think Popov's cardio is gonna be there. His wrestling is gonna be there. He's gonna be relentless with those takedowns. I think Popov is gonna get this one done. But the striking is definitely like there's an advantage for Linton Vassell here in the striking. He's definitely gonna be the better striker, I feel like, but he's super low volume. If he doesn't land that clean shot and hurts Oleg Popov, I don't know how he's gonna win. I mean, he definitely maybe can steal a round here and there. I mean, win 2 rounds. I mean, I think Popov is gonna be able to mix in enough takedowns. I mean, he's gonna be just this guy. The thing about Popov, I'll say, is like he's not gonna stop shooting takedowns on you just because he doesn't get one takedowns. He's gonna keep shooting takedowns, keep shooting takedowns. He's gonna control you. He sticks to a game plan. I like that about Popov. Maybe he can get a third round TKO stoppage here. Linton Vassell is pretty tough though. Like so, I mean, he's definitely been cashing as underdog. I mean, if you've been betting him when Linton was as underdog, you've been cashing more often than not. He's been winning as underdog more. His last 2 wins, I mean, he was a pretty big underdog over Mordovsky both times, and he got the win, right? So, um, and even that Goltsov fight, I mean, he was like so tired. His gas like terrible in that fight. I think Popov's gas tank is gonna be there. His is gonna be there. The takedown's gonna be there. The control's gonna be there. He's not really much of a finisher unless like he gets a really good position on you, like crucifix position, like he got on Mori. Maybe he can finish. Maybe he can finish Linton Vassell, but I think Vassell is probably gonna survive. Vassell is pretty tough though, but maybe a third round TKO. It does have a lot of third round TKO losses out there. Um, you know what, man? I'm gonna go with Popov by a late finish or by decision. Popov, I think he's got this. But definitely some scary moments. I mean, we could see Linton Vassell landing another crazy knee as Popov's shooting non-stop takedowns. He's definitely good at timing those knees. And Popov minus 255. I think that's not terrible for Popov. I think the gas tank is going to be an issue here, and he's going to be shooting a lot of takedowns. He's going to make Vassell work for those to work his way back up to his feet. I feel like I'm gonna go with Popov. Money line's not horrible. Popov bias is in plus 120. Vassell by KO plus 575. Vassell is gonna he does have some KOs, right? He definitely got some KO power, but I think Popov's gonna get this one done. I'm going Popov for the win. Oleg Popov is gonna be 19-0 this tomorrow. All right, guys. Next fight on the card, we got Dakota Ditcheva taking on Jena Bishop. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, guys. I'm here like at like 1 a.m. in the morning after watching tape. I mean, I'm doing a breakdown here for you guys, so make sure you guys support the channel. If you want to support the channel, just like and subscribe. It does more than enough. Just also leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Let me know who you guys like on this card, who you guys are betting on. I would love to hear back from you guys. Let's talk about this fight now. We got Dakota Ditcheva taking Jena Bishop. Jena Bishop was a high-level BJJ practitioner. She's coming out that close. I wouldn't really say close. I mean, she lost the first rounds clearly. Santos was taking her down in the first round, and she won the third round. She almost got a full mount position on Santos in that third round. Obviously, like there just wasn't a lot of time left for her to maybe get a submission or something. But she's got some high-level BJJ. I mean, so. She gets to the mat. I mean, she gets this fight to the mat. I mean, Dakota Ditcheva could be in trouble, but I think Ditcheva is too big. She's 5'8". I mean, with the 70 injuries, she's too big, too much of a bully. Striking is too dangerous. But Bishop, I mean, like she's got high level BJJ. I mean, so you can definitely mix in a couple of takedowns and make this a sweaty fight if you have Ditcheva in your power list. But I think the striking is gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a big difference in the striking. And just it's not just like the hands, right? It's the kicks, the head kicks, the knees up the middle, like the pressure, the constant pressure. Like I think Bishop maybe can get a takedown early, but the later it goes, if she can't get an early submission, I mean, if she takes Ditcheva's back, she can maybe look for a submission. But I don't think the likelihood of that happening is that high. I am gonna go Ditcheva. I think Ditcheva's gonna get this one done by Is he gonna finish the Jena Bishop though? Jena Bishop is pretty tough though, right? She's pretty tough. She's not really out there getting finished. I mean, she's got some submission losses in BJJ, but other than that, I mean, she's not really out there getting finished by TKO. But I mean, she hasn't really fought anyone high level, right? Chelsea Hackett is like an okay kickboxer, not really dangerous on the feet. And Laura Joanne is like a decisionator. She's not really much of a KO artist. Ditcheva's like she's out there finishing these girls. I mean, it's early too. First round finish. First round finish. She's out there finishing these girls. I mean, obviously, like the level of competition is not that crazy. She did beat Shauna Bannon, who's fighting the UFC now. Shauna Bannon is a pretty solid fighter. I mean, not really high level fighter yet, but she's okay. I mean, she's got her first win in her in the UFC last week. I'm gonna go Ditcheva. I think Ditcheva can get this one done by maybe a late TKO stoppage. The damage starts piling up, but I'm gonna go Ditcheva by maybe a KO, maybe a decision. I mean, I'm gonna go Ditcheva by. I think the striking is gonna make a difference here. But Gina Bishop is like her BJJ is legit. I mean, so she gets a takedown. It's definitely gonna be some scary moments there for Ditcheva. Ditcheva minus 430 right now. I think the reason that line's not minus 1500, minus 2000, because people understand that Gina Bishop is pretty good, even though she's like fucking 40 years old almost. So she's got wins over Luana Santos. I mean, or was that Luana Santos? Yeah, she's got wins over Luana Santos. I mean, she's pretty solid. She's not bad. Wins over Diony Barboza. I mean, she's pretty good. I mean, she's got wins over current UFC fighters right now. So I'm probably gonna stay away from this fight. I don't know if I'll parlay Ditcheva here. The line definitely makes me want to parlay her, like minus 400 for a girl whose striking is this good. She's gonna be a lot bigger than Bishop. I guess the line came down, right? She's a big wide favorite. And some money came in Gina Bishop here. We haven't really seen Ditcheva off her back. I mean, so we don't know how she's gonna look off her back if she gets taken on here. Bishop by submission is gonna be minus plus 800. She is gonna be live for a finish or like submission or by decision. She's definitely got the way better ground game. Just fight hits the ground. But I have a feeling that Dakota is gonna be able to land enough damage and maybe get a TKO stop is. Dakota by KO TKO minus 150. Fight doesn't go to this is minus 215. I would probably play the fight doesn't go to this than taking Ditcheva by KO because they're both negative odds, right? Then you're gonna be covered if Gina Bishop gets a takedown and gets a submission or something like that. So instead of playing Dakota Ditcheva prop by KO minus 150, I would play like fight doesn't go the distance instead. I think that's probably better way to do it. All right, guys. Next fight on the card, we got the main event of the evening. We got Denis Goltsov taking Tim Johnson. Man, Tim Johnson. I mean, he came through for us over Danilo Marquez. It was pretty horrible. And I was trying to tell people how terrible Danilo Marquez is. He's got no power. He's a point fighter at heavyweight. Tim Johnson obviously knocked him out. They had a crazy fucking thing there, like where Marquez kicked him in the cup, crazy, and then Johnson almost knocked him out. I mean, it was like one of the craziest things I've seen. I mean, I was live during that card. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys probably remember that. That was really crazy. That was like one of the craziest things I've seen. And then Marquez and obviously then they continued fighting, and obviously Marquez knocked him out pretty viciously. He's on a 3-5 win streak right now. I mean, not really over like legit competition, but either way, he's on a 3-5 win streak now. He's got wins over Tyler Fortune. Knocked out Tyler Fortune in the first round. Wins over Marcin Tabora, like a UFC fighter. So the guy's got some decent wins. I mean, wins over Samil Abdurakhimov, who's I don't think he's in the UFC anymore, but still, he's got some UFC experience. But he's 39 years old. I mean, the age difference isn't crazy here. Goltsov, I mean, Goltsov is scary, man. Goltsov is definitely scary. The guy's 6'5" with a 70-inch reach. So he reaches the same. Not much of a reach difference there. Yeah, I think the Goltsov is going to be able to mix in takedowns here, and he's going to be able to. His striking is going to be a lot better. I feel like the straight punches are going to be there. Tim Johnson is mostly a guy that's going to be throwing more hooks, but he's definitely got power, man. I mean, Johnson definitely has power too. So I think Goltsov is just going to be the more technical striker. He's going to be able to take this to the ground if he needs to. And I'm going to go with Goltsov here by KO TKO. I like Johnson though. I like the way he goes out there and fights. I mean, but the guy's not only crazy durable. He has been KO'd a bunch of times, 5 TKO losses in the first round. That's not a good sign. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Goltsov by first round KO TKO. I think he's gonna get the finish here. Let's see the odds. I mean, Goltsov minus 500. Fight doesn't go to this is minus 220. Honestly, that's not even bad for fight doesn't go to this is minus 220. I thought it was gonna be way worse than that. Under 1.5 rounds, minus 150. I think the fight doesn't go distance, probably better. Goltsov by KO TKO, plus 150. Goltsov by submission, plus 350. I think the KO is probably going to be more likely than like I don't think this fight's going to go the distance. Hopefully it doesn't go the distance. Goltsov by finish, minus 190. I think Goltsov by KO is going to be my pick. Fight doesn't go the distance is probably way safer than Goltsov by KO, but you're not getting plus money there. I'm gonna go with Goltsov by I'll go by Goltsov by KO. So guys, there you guys go, man. That's my full card breakdown for PFL. I still got it done on Thursday. I mean, I wish I got it done earlier, but I wasn't able to. Next time I'll try to get the video out earlier. Let's go over my picks. I got Goltsov by TKO first round, Ditcheva by decision, maybe by KO. I think she's gonna be live for a decision or a KO. Popov by decision, I think. Taila Santos by decision. Sergey by KO TKO. Pergande by KO TKO first round. I think under 1.5 is I think solid there. Cody Law by finish. I think maybe submission. Sergio Cossio by submission or decision. I mean, I think it's probably gonna be live for a submission too. Anthony Ivy by submission, Kevin Pease by decision. I think maybe a submission late. So there you go, guys. We broke down all the 10 fights that we have on this card, and I think this is gonna be a fun card. I'm excited for this card. I'll be live for this full card, entire card, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys come hang out with your boy. We always have a really fun time watching fights on the live stream. So live stream watch party for PFL. And I'll see you guys there, man. I'll see you guys there. Take it easy, guys. I hope you enjoy the full card breakdown. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy, guys. Later. Have a good weekend, guys. Hope you guys stay safe out there. Later.